Everybody, Heather here. Randall is missing in action. He's somewhere around here. Anyway, today we have some guests with us. Somebody different to look at. Laura and Michael Phillips. So we'll find out about them in just a minute. Hang tight. Hey y'all, we're back, and like I said before, this is Laura and Michael Phillips, and y'all
Hi
are
there.
from
Lafayette, Georgia area, which is near Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay, that's not very too far from here, is it?
About 8 hours.
8 hours? Yeah. Okay. So what prompted y'all to come into trucking, or to start trucking?
Spend more time together,
Yeah.
and enjoy the country, mainly.
Yeah.
And he was already doing day cab over the road at home with a Class A, and then I had a Class B driving school buses. And when the pandemic hit, I just wanted something different.
Yeah.
And so I did a few odds and ends jobs and just wasn't panning out. It wasn't what I wanted to do. And he kept talking it up, and I'm like, okay, we'll try it.
We'll try,
and everybody kept saying, give it 90 days.
Yeah.
You told us that.
Yeah.
Several other people did
Yeah.
here at Tri-State, and they were like, give it 90 days.
Yeah.
And then see what you think.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. And we started February 7th, and so we're going almost on our 6-month anniversary. So.
And all our kids are grown, and so.
Yeah. Well,
it's been really good.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. That's good. I forgot to mention, of course, everybody knows that Randall and I drive for Tri-State Expedite Service, and they do too. So, forgot to mention that. So,
and then we've really had a great weekend spending time with you guys. We went to the 2022 Expediting Expo in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a small truck show since it was our very first one, and I'm glad we got the opportunity to do that. And then now we want to go do the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But you had told us how big mats were this year.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we didn't just do that one, and then it would have just been
it would have scared you
overwhelming.
away. It would. I mean, it's great. And Randall and I went this year for the first time to Matt's back in March, I think it was. Yeah. And that's the Mid-America Truck Show. And it's just not for, it's more for like the tractor trailer and all, but everybody goes anyway. And it was huge. It was just huge. And it's 3 days, and we didn't see everything in 3 days. So that was, and we were exhausted.
We called y'all the day y'all were leaving, and you're like, we're leaving early. I'm like, what?
Yeah, we left after like two days, and we're like, we can't do this no more.
And you said we didn't even see a third of it.
Yeah. It was.
And I was like, I'm glad we didn't do that. Because I would have just been like, just too overwhelming.
Yeah.
But this one was nice. I think it had 15, 20 vendors, 20 trucks. And then a couple more vendors.
They had they probably had about 15 or so trucks, and then they probably had about 30 vendors.
Yeah.
But so it's smaller, and it's geared toward the expediting business, trucking business, rather than the entire trucking business.
Yeah.
But we were, both of us, Randall and I, and Laura and Michael was Tri-State asked us to actually be in their booth and to talk to people about Tri-State and our experiences with them and all. So that was fun. I enjoyed doing that.
It was
fun.
It
was tiring.
Yeah, it was tiring.
Yeah.
It was tiring, but...
And as a truck driver, used to sitting, not standing.
Right. Yeah. Well, see, I thought about saying that, but yeah.
That's why when, we're running, I make sure to tell Michael, stop every 2.5 hours and get out.
Yeah.
Because it's such a long day if you don't, and it's not good on your health not to get out,
right.
And keep your blood circulating and everything. And because he'll just get in the habit of just running.
Yeah.
Without stopping. And I'm like, hey.
That sounds like me. I get back once I get going.
You're not going to be alive if you don't stop.
I stop and fuel. I stop for a 30-minute break and all. But lately, since I've been back after being off for medical reasons, I've done my best to stop when I could. We had time to more often,
right,
and definitely walk every day. So that's
important.
So Yeah, we finished the show up yesterday, and we came over here and to the terminal, and we went fishing today.
We did.
Yeah.
And you left too early.
I did. Well, that's the reason why y'all started catching fishes, because I left.
I guess so, because I caught about 15.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
just, whew, shoot, I'm ready to go back now.
Was it the same fish you kept
Yeah,
throwing back
the
in?
little-
No, yeah, it was the same fish.
Yeah.
I caught
Maybe.
one in the tail.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
Hook him. Yeah.
Yeah, I hooked him in the tail as I was reeling it in. I'm like, look at this. But it was nice, you know, to have that downtime, and even to get out of the truck this weekend, you know,
Yeah.
stay in the hotel room. It was
Yeah.
nice, you
Yeah.
know. But today we've done
Yeah.
laundry and
Yeah.
went grocery shopping and
Yeah.
getting ready for the week ahead of us.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I wouldn't do anything else now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was fixing to ask you. Now that y'all have been, now you've been trucking for how many years have you been
5 to
driving?
6 years,
5 or
yeah.
6 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So now that you're on the road, would you do anything else, or
No.
can you see yourself doing anything
I
else?
cannot
Good?
see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
If we had to go home for some reason, you know, family
Mhm.
medical issues, because his dad has been sick, if we had to do that, I told him, you just go find a day cab job around town, and I'd keep on doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it that much.
Yeah.
And I have stuff in the truck now that makes me feel safe.
Mhm.
You know, mace,
Grenades.
Good.
grenades. Yeah. I mean, a dog.
Yeah.
I have a little
Oh, you
Bobo.
have a guard
that
dog.
I have
Where's
a guard.
Bobo?
He's in the truck. He's sleeping. He got tired walking around and finding that rib outside.
They have the cutest little dog. I'm gonna throw a picture up for
Yeah.
you. I've seen him. He's just the cutest little dog, and he really, really likes Heather.
He
So,
does.
He does. He likes,
likes Heather and Randall.
yeah.
We're gonna try to find him a dog.
Yeah. Anyway, so y'all don't seem to do anything else.
I
So do you
don't.
find any challenges out here on the road?
Places to park sometimes, but that's not a big, but
big
it
deal.
can be, towards your bigger cities.
Yes.
You know, but when you're out, you know, in the smaller rural, it's easier. But the big, it's
Yeah.
not fair.
And I think that's the hardest challenge, is trying to find somewhere to park.
Yeah, that is. We find a lot of times, I want to say, I know down in Texas, when we're going down, they have huge rest stops in there, and in Texas, but it gets late, and to do a driver switch, a lot of times I like to go to a rest area to do a driver switch. I don't know why, I just do. Well, I think because drive late. I typically drive until around 11 p.m. anywhere between 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. is what I'm driving, is my shift is ending. So it's hard to find a place to park. Now you can do a switch in the fuel island in a pinch.
Yeah.
You know,
We've
and
never
that's in a
done
pinch.
that.
Yeah.
Now we've done it when we don't have time to, both of us, to do, especially for fueling. If we're going to fuel and do a post trip, and then really the other one, it's you're not getting your pre-trip in.
Yeah.
But we've done that before. But
We've
otherwise, I
started
like to go-
switching at rest
Yeah,
stops
rest
because, you know, you don't have, when you're at a truck stop, if you don't get into a space, you get looked at or honked at, and
Yeah,
you're in their
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
You know, but
So-
for a 5-minute or 10-minute changeover,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want to pull in, you know, and
Yeah.
maybe take up a spot
Right.
for somebody else that's looking for
Right.
one.
Yeah,
so
so
that's
we do
what we've
that.
started doing, is pulling
Yeah.
in rest stops if you can even find a way in there.
Well, right, because this is what I'm saying. You go in and they're parked in there, and then truckers park behind the others' trucks, and then you have just this narrow thing. And sometimes
Your
you
mirrors
get
are like, boom.
right. You start into it. You can't stop going
No.
into
You're
it,
committed.
and you're committed to go through it. So and you just have to work your way through it. But it is difficult, and I think that is something that really needs to be addressed, is parking. And I know in Michigan, I think it is in Pennsylvania, is addressing
Well,
the
I think
parking.
what we've noticed in those two states, and I can't remember the name of them, but they're like a quickie. they're a gas station for cars, but then they have a place for trucks too.
We can go.
They're toll road. They're
Yeah.
travel centers.
Yeah,
they're
travel
And they have a
centers.
few spots for trucks. To
And I
park in,
think
yeah.
that needs to be coming towards,
Yeah,
you
those
know,
are
the
on
south and
Yeah,
The
those
west.
are-
because it's so much easier than just a rest stop.
Yeah.
Because there are more spaces for trucks
Of
and
course.
you're not in their way.
Yeah.
Baltimore up in there, they have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a really nice you know, they're nice travel centers. I mean,
Yeah.
we've had one where it was in the middle of the median, you know,
Yeah.
so both sides could come off,
yeah.
and they're huge.
They have some of those in on 35 going through Oklahoma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have multiple
from
restaurants.
Kansas, yeah.
Yeah.
And one in Virginia we stopped at a rest stop, they had showers.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
We didn't,
Oh.
that shocked us.
And that's the other reason why we don't use rest stops is because they don't have showers.
Right.
But it would be nice if
And
they
were
would
free.
start.
I mean, it's free showers.
Yeah.
I mean, and laundry room, they had laundry
Yeah.
room, yeah.
Wow.
But that's the only one we
That's the only one
found.
we've seen of
That's
it.
the only one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess that's the most challenging is finding
Yeah.
a place to
To yeah.
park and just do a quick, you know, pre-trip, post-trip for whichever driver you're switching. And if you just have to quickly use the bathroom,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you don't want to take 15 minutes in a truck stop because you just burn up a lot of your travel time that you should be getting to your
Right,
destination.
because then you know you've got to troll. I call it troll the parking lot, find a spot, and
Yeah.
then get backed in and get secure, and then get shut down. So then and then walk a mile and a half
Right.
into the store. You know.
Yeah. And I'm not
use the
one to
bathroom.
pull off on the side of the road because I just don't feel like
I
that's
know.
safe.
I don't stop.
I
on the
try
side of the
not
road.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I don't-
have, but it's
Yeah.
in emergency
Yeah.
situations.
Yeah.
you know?
That's just. To me,
It's
that's
dangerous.
for broke down people.
Yeah.
For people who break down, as you know, emergency
Well,
services.
because when you're on the side of the road, if any of you guys or gals are thinking about joining the trucking world, people don't pull over.
Yeah.
You know, if you're on the median, they try, but some of them don't even try.
On these
you know.
trucks just don't jump
And
up
they
and
just-
go. I mean, it takes.
They don't. It takes a while. Yeah. Oh.
We lost the lights.
We lost the lights. Yeah. Okay, folks. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. It's been great talking to the Phillips and
Yes, thank you.
good friends, and we see them on the road often. Talk to them often. So.
Yes.
Y'all have a great day, and we will talk to you next time. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.